Time for the first proper dungeon of the game. But before I even do that, I do have this guard out here, and I'm trying to make a point of talking to every NPC I possibly can. Why not? Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about water. I think I said last episode that I had, 3 dozen of those? It is important to note, though, that things are getting a little bit more serious. You know, prior to this, puzzles were mostly limited to optional parkour things. Enemies wouldn't even attack you on sight. They would only attack you if you attacked first. That's all going to be changing once you get in this dungeon. Yeah, everything's a race with you, I know. And I'm sure, as you can see right up on top of the screen here, yeah, it is Zelda style. We got boss keys, we got regular keys. And it's just overall... Actually, this is not the first dungeon in the game. If you remember all the way back in the first episode, the Rhombus dungeon, it's very much going to be like that. Less meandering about and more... Oh yeah, I shouldn't forget to throw this on. Because normally, you know, I like to do the quests separate from the sort of main content. If I need to be going all around the entire dungeon to be finding these things, I should probably just do that as I'm going. What even is laser TNT? Okay, I just have to look at that right now. What are you... Like, this is just... Whatever, it's the future, or something. You know, these, like, burlap sacks that died here. Well, anyway, yeah, the original Rhombus dungeon is very telling about what the dungeons are going to be like in the future. It's a lot less meandering about, a lot more progress to be made at every single point. You're going through each room, solving a puzzle, fighting enemies. One of those two sort of things. It's not so much trying to figure out the perfect place to jump around just to get a treasure chest. More focused in some way. And if I'm being honest, a lot more true to the whole MMO thing that's going on. Because if you've ever played an MMO before, you know that in the wild, you're going around doing quests. Do that at your own pace. It's totally fine. NPCs don't care if you're bringing them their 20 bear asses fast or not. You get into a dungeon with 4 other people, oh, you're going to be sprinting to the end. You want to see lore? You wait until the next expansion comes out. Then you can go back here, do the dungeon solo. I think it's just like this. Yeah, nailed it. You come back here, you do the dungeon solo, and then you can figure out why you were fighting a giant dragon at the end. It's also interesting because it does sort of represent a real breakup in gameplay. It's certainly one way to open a door, which I can appreciate. Because as much as I do like going around, grinding, collecting stuff, doing some actual puzzles here, especially given how complicated the whole bouncing system and everything like that can be in this game, I think that it's a good way to get a lot of mileage out of the many mechanics that you got going on here. Although, one of the things you do have to remember when it comes to doing these puzzles is that they're often not as complex as you think they are. And by that, what I mean by that is that you can bounce a shot off of anything, at any angle, in any way you want, for several bounces. But the thing is, in reality, that is not really necessary for a lot of puzzles. You can... Most of the puzzles are designed in a way that you can kind of like hit at, yeah, let's say something around a 45-degree angle. Although, speaking of which, I think this will do it. Yeah, cool. And these also do work as platforms. Not that I really need them to right now. Yeah, things are well designed enough that you're not supposed to be, you know, pixel hunting for the perfect place in which to get a bank shot to hit a specific object. Yeah, I think I know what's going to happen here. But first, well, you know what? I already looked at the other two. What do you got for mining docks? That seems... I guess that would explain why it's so thick. A single memo would be the length of a book at that rate. Can't quite tell what that's supposed to be. Just hit the button. At least turn on the elevator, but also... it's some kind of walker robot that has a basket on its back. Not too much of a threat, though. Metal gears! I think you know, all of those, like, bug bits and other metal parts that I needed before... well, yeah, but I know what's going to happen when I go over here. Are, obviously going to be found here. And that's how you get a break on them. Okay. I was you know, I wouldn't have put it past this game to have that robot continue down with me into the next area. And I could have a robot buddy. It'd be great. Okay, so there's that there. Oh, should I collect the chests at the end? I mean, this is a dungeon. I'd like to keep things separate. I'm a big fan of the offspring in that way. We're gonna collect chests right now. This is a dungeon. That's appropriate. It's not something entirely out of line, I'd like to say. Oh my god, there's so many chests in this area, though. You know what, I'm gonna save it for the end. Oh, this. I'll just insert that footage that you saw right there at the end. So, bombs. They are bombs. And you don't have to hit them with melee attacks. I'm just doing that because, yoink. Hitting them with ranged stuff works just as well. They bounce a little bit, and you might think, oh, why not, you know, just hop frog them all around. No, if you hit them twice, they just immediately explode. So, you only got the one shot immediately. There we go. Like I said, if you are trying to find the perfect pixel when... yeah, that's... yeah, okay. If you're trying to find the perfect pixel to hit bombs around, you know, the perfect bank shot, that's probably not how you're supposed to do it. And one of these rooms coming up here is going to be the perfect example of that. One that I spent a long time trying to figure out how to do that with, but definitely not the way you're intended to. Ha! Ah! And then that thing can also blow up its own bombs for whatever that's worth. Well, let's at least see what it does before I... completely destroy it. I mean, it should be pretty obvious how... or I won't even need to do anything. Because, yeah. Metal Gears again! There we go. If you're going to guess that a lot of the enemies in this area are going to require getting hit by bombs so as to put them in a vulnerable position, no prize. Come on, that was all very obvious. And yes, we're doing track switching. It's like Super Mario World all over again. Make sure you're paying attention whenever those things appear. They're going to be important. It is this room, because figuring out how to get, like, the bank shot so that... Here, I'll show you... we're gonna do this old school Baba is You style, where I show you kind of what I was thinking originally. Well, you see immediately here how you can kind of bounce this around in this way. Yeah, you see what happened to that second bomb? Well, what if I just tried to, you know, hit it at a specific angle, you know, get the perfect pixel, so that this bomb could instead hit it like this direction and get to fly it? No. No, 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 you just do it like this. It's so much simpler than that. There's this huge wall here to make it so that you can line up that shot easy peasy, and Hi. So yeah, if you're wondering where the bug pieces were going to come in, bugs are in fact a big part of... yeah, there we go. are a big part of the dungeon. And although, you know, I really don't need to be wasting my time trying to hit them with a bomb, why not do it for style? Getting that sort of perfect kiting around there, I think, is great. Kiting on their kiting. Know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, watch out for that, because those do actually... Well, here. These do actually do quite a bit of damage to you, so... I mean, if you're outside a battle, you regen real quickly. If you're inside a battle, you want to be careful there. Okay, now here's something I want to take exception with right now. Eggs are not plants. What are you doing, CrossCode developers that I don't remember the name of? It's not how... It's not what you... It's not how you do it. I mean, I guess technically... Whatever is not an enemy and you can destroy in one hit is considered a... plant. Whatever. Yeah, those things go nice and slow right now, but you just give them a couple minutes... You just give them like a couple more rooms, and yeah. I'm sure you can probably tell what's about to be going on here. This is a little bit more timing focused comparatively. First one's real easy to do, second one, not so much. And you know what? Blow this one up right now. Hit it a little bit backwards so that... even more so than that. I don't think that's going to be enough. Oh, it's so close, but it's not quite enough. Well, here. Yeah, that should do it. Good enough. I just need that key. And keys are, of course, also counted with the chests that you're getting, so... Look, showing all of those would be kind of a... At the end of the episode would be literally impossible. I need some of them to just continue on, but... Still, it's like, you know what I'm saying here. Okay, here's one of those things where you're not supposed to do... Oh, that does have a unique shot when you're on here, I noticed. Leaves little key... after images. But anyway. Point is, I guess, regular chests will come at the end of the episode. I'm obsessed with organizing things. If you ever watch any of my videos, you know that. Couple tenets that I live by. Stuff like... There we go. Stuff like, always make sure that every episode has some form of progress in it. Always make sure that every title is going to be exactly what happens in the episode and nothing more. Oh man, it's been a while since I've seen any of those blocks. And always make sure that things are organized and easy to find if you're looking for them. I haven't really put too many timestamps in things for a while, but I should probably start doing that again. I think especially for this series, it would be a good idea. Well, I think I can get this one right now. Yeah, like last time I saw these things were on the MS Solar, weren't they? It's been some time. Or something, it feels like they should have been introduced as more of a big deal in the game. Alright, come on. You know, I was saying that... Metaton? Oh. Not dissimilar, though. The media star of the underground. Should be pretty obvious how you're supposed to break this guy. Hit him in his gigantic monitor back. Oh, come on now. You're so close to being dead. I want to say that this was probably in development at about the point in time that Undertale came out. Wouldn't surprise me if that was maybe a little bit of a inspiration. You also appear to be playing Doom on here? Can't really tell what that is. Oh, I think it's maybe just supposed to be one of the Metaton guys. What are they called? Because I don't want to keep calling them that this entire time. Digmo. Digmo? The sequel to Pushmo, I guess. And nobody's gonna understand that reference. Okay, but anyway, I was saying that... not so far. It's only been like 15 minutes for me. Metaton? Oh. You know, we were collecting like a bunch of bug parts as well as for quests and everything. You should have known that this was coming. All right, I mean, if you're talking about how long this dungeon is, I got some bad news for you. Anyway, I keep trying to make a point, and yet, you know what? Screw it. The point's gone. I'll wait until I'm not fighting things and everything. So we're in another. Puzzle room, and then talk about whatever I was about to right there. Obviously. I mean, it looks like a little bit of fire in a bubble. What else would you do with it? So yeah, needless to say, I think you know what upgrade I'm going to be getting in this area. Also, I do like seeing that it does provide a little bit of light as well. I don't think that's used in the dungeon in any way. You're not really lighting stuff up, but it's an interesting little touch nonetheless. Kind of neat to see. Okay, let's get on with some of this. I do think that I also had another area that I could have gone to, basement floor 2, but I didn't. Oh, if you did not see that before, the ice is... If you did not see that before, the ice is very much slippery. That is a thing, and it affects bombs as much as it affects Leah. Nice. Can't believe I got that just on the first try. That is a little bit difficult to do, to be honest. Okay. That's a lot of purple orlums. Okay, and that's the thing I'm looking for up there. Well, you can already see how this is set up, how it's going to work. I mean, besides, you also saw the bomb combination earlier and kind of how that worked. And now, combine the two. It's only natural, let's just say that. Well, first off, grab this. Because otherwise I'm going to be very frustrated if I'm going to have to... Even with that add-on module thing, it's going to be quite annoying to have to come back in here and try to go through every single room possible to find whatever I missed. Nope. Also, 4 in 1. Not bad. I am surprisingly nailing quite a bit of the... Oh, here. Get my own fire. No, it tried throwing a bomb at me and then died immediately. That's not quite what I was trying to do because, you know... That's more what I was trying to do, but then I failed on doing it because, you know, this thing throws down bombs and you need bombs to get through the whatever. Does a pretty minimal amount of damage, but doesn't mean that it's not irritating nonetheless. Yeah, I don't even need the fire there. Really, you just get this thing to throw the bomb at you in the right way, you're totally fine. Okay. Now, one of the things I'm wondering about is it supposed to be a cat robot? It does appear to have like little tiny cat ears on it. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, of course. I should be using the shield a little bit more. Just have not been, though. Because with the regen and everything else, it's not like I'm hurting on health, even if I take a little bit there. Oh, so I guess we're gonna have to be serious now. Yeah. Oh, cool. That also finished up that one. Because I need a couple Metal Gears and also the other thing. Bug shells. Bug and bits. As I like to call them. Come on. You know, I was saying that you don't really need to be pixel perfect with a lot of this stuff, but I think if you're trying to like speedrun this game, you can do some pretty neat... Oh, I don't have any more keys, that's why. You can probably do some pretty neat things to solve some of these puzzles very early and out of order from when you're supposed to do it. Because the game is very free about where you can shoot stuff and everything like that. And, you know, bouncing shots, and especially bouncing shots multiple times, I can see that being a real thing. But I'm not really quite sure if there are too many people speedrunning this game. I know at least for me it sort of went under the radar. It definitely was popular in some way, but I'm kind of surprised that it didn't really... With the amount of, like, effort and content... and like varied content and everything like that for a game like this, I'm kind of surprised that it didn't really, you know, seemingly become more of a sensation. I don't want to say that it was unsuccessful because I have no idea, but I have been thoroughly impressed with CrossCode. Let's just say that. For a game that at the very start I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna try to burn through this on a stream as fast as possible because I do not want to do another long RPG. It's like completely changed my mind on that. It's great. But yeah, speedrunning though, no idea. Okay, that'll work. Whatever. I know I should be taking my own advice and trying to figure out what the proper way to do that is, but I don't care. Whatever works, man. You gonna tell me I'm wrong? I got results. And that's all that matters. Well, you can always tell people playing a video game wrong. But it doesn't matter as long as they win. Well, obviously. Oh, you... Oh, and with the slipping and sliding. Good. Never a fan of slippy slidey ice physics. That is always something that will continue to frustrate me for all of time. I mean, this ain't as bad as like the Brain Lord ones, where you would just pinball around everywhere because ice apparently meant no friction period, ever, for any reason. Oh man, the Ice Castle. I've been thinking a little bit about Brain Lord recently and kinda playing that game and everything. Okay, fine, I guess I want to do it from over here then, right? Yeah, a little bit more like this. You know that there's a better way that I should be doing this, that I'm just... Oh, yeah, here we go. Right there. Take my own advice. Take your own advice. But yeah, I've been thinking a little bit about Brain Lord lately, and it's just... I think the thing that amuses me most about that game was the way that it's like... I completely forgot about the... Well, bug's getting... easily taken out by fire, though. Oh, man. That game seemed he's so much better at the start and then falls off so badly late game. I remember when I tried playing that again for the series for the channel, that I was like, I was thinking of it like, oh man, Brain Lord, that game is kind of mediocre at best now, isn't it? But then it's like, you know, starting up the game, I was like, oh man, this is actually pretty fun. Maybe I misjudged it. And then you get to the second half of the game and it's like, oh right, that's why it's bad. Because every single mechanic and every single one of the dungeons in the second half of the game is god-awful and created for pure frustration. Omega Egg Pot. Why pot? I don't know. Oh, no, I've already been in here. Okay, well, now I can actually properly shoot this and insert key. Unfortunately, there's a little bit more I need to do. And the best way to kind of figure out what you want to do with that is to look on the... Look on the map. Kind of check around to see if you can't find a door entrance that is listed there that you have not yet seen before. For example, the Great Chasm here does say to me that I should probably be looking around for that. Or maybe what I should also like go check down on the next floor, because it feels like I'm mostly done with that previous floor. Anything else that I have not yet been to? Or have not really explored well enough. The dungeons are big. Everything in this game is shockingly large. I did not go to basement floor 2, I went to basement floor 1. Oh, speaking of frictionless ice. This is it. No, there wasn't really anything else to say about that. This is an example of frictionless ice. Thankfully not for me, just for those particular boxes. Oh, do I need to... Yep, I'm betting what I need to do is I need to get something in here first. But is there like an activatable... Oh, no. I was just blind. Stare blind. Blind to stairs. I do need to get it over there, though. Okay. Kind of reset your position on slippery ice physics with spin, but that only works so much. Yeah, I kind of vaguely remembered a button somewhere. It was right there. So I didn't need to force down that path in the first place. But now... Done. Oh boy. Well, these things comparatively are less impressive. Take them out pretty quickly. While they're spawning. No, just grab it. Ugh, I guess you can't grab items like that. Then it hits me anyway. What? Why was it like a... Is that like a thing where... Great. You just see it happening. It's like, I can't do anything about this now. Okay. One enemy left to kill. Do it like that. Done. Oh boy! I just want to keep saying Metal Gears over and over. Man, I hate it when characters repeat something back to... repeat something that someone just said as a question. Boy, Metal Gear was a real big offender for that. Also Persona. Of course, I complain about that in every single series these days, don't I? Okay, last key. Can finally get into whatever this incredibly well-fortified room is. Alright, well, instead of using that first take, where it was just taking way too long to fight this guy, let's instead do this. I don't know what the proper strategy that you want to use with this guy is. But I do know that I wasn't doing it, whatever it was. So, instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to do this right. Yeah, I think it's this phase more than anything else that I'm just like, what's like the best way that you're supposed to be taking out this guy's health? I don't know. He turns around super fast. But aside from that, a little bit of ice armor and everything does not make that big a difference. Oh, come on! Ridiculous. Go. And the big impressive one. Okay. Well, that'll at least do that. Now then. Oh, and of course I need to redo the entire... danger bar from that point. Good. Oh well. The point is, at least it's faster than last time, because this guy, he's very annoying. Why is the ice intelligent is the one thing that I want to ask. Come on. Now, right now, it's going to try to do that, and is that. Okay. Man. Oh, mini bosses, I tell ya. Oh? Hooray! Needless to say, I'm not doing that. Yeah, don't use elements too much or you get elemental overload. And you can't use it for a while, I think it is. And forget about, like, pressing E and everything like that. What I got is I am just, using the scroll wheel. Yeah, it's really not too bad at all. But I suppose in the middle of a fight, if you get stunned doing that, it's kind of a bad thing. Aside from that, hey, fire on demand now. So now I can shoot bombs freely as well as take out blocks of ice, no problem at all. Get back up to the second floor. Let's do this. And just look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, you just really want to check the sides of the screen to make sure that you're not going a little bit too hard on the elements. Although, really, it's like you can do everything that you normally would do. Yeah, come on. You can do everything you normally would be able to do with a non-elemental shot with the elemental shot. And it does take quite a while to overload, so it's really not the worst thing if I'm to just keep fire out at all points in time, unless something is, well, explicitly strong against fire. And in this dungeon, oh no. Oh, come on now. Alright. I can be at least somewhat cautious with how I do this sort of stuff. Of course. But the question now is, how am I going to get it up here? I mean, it's not so much about getting it up there as it is trying to get a bomb on top of it after I do so. But hey, the fact that I know that right now, that I've already figured out that bit, means that it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, once again, much like with Baba, if I've forgotten the solution to something, that means it's not super difficult. It's just difficult enough that I don't remember the exact way It's not super easy that I would remember it immediately, but it's not super difficult that I don't, that I remember it just because of its sheer difficulty. Okay, yeah, that's right. Go right over here. And then get this thing down here. And that's the real sticker for this one. Oh, it's so annoying that you need to hit it with projectiles only. And done. Yeah, like I was saying, these dungeons are actually pretty long, all things considered. And can get somewhat difficult in time. Although sometimes you just wonder how you screw things up that badly. Now, needless to say, this one should be fairly obvious how you finish it up. Riding the rails, baby. The only way to fly. Clever. I like how it uses every single part of what you've been learning up until this point. It's there is a lot of very good design in the game. It's true. Okay, well, not gonna be too difficult to get to. I just need to, yeah, pretty much get to this little tiny area, jump over here, grab that pickaxe. However, until that point in time, come on. Gotta do this. Gotta deal with... Oh, slippy slidey ice physics. They are... I mean, it's one of those things I've talked about before. They're just so easy to implement, but also so frustrating from a player side of things to deal with. Slower physics in every single way. Because I can't just shoot fire at it. That's not a thing. No. What I actually want to do is think about things more critically for a second. I know, right? Ugh. Try to, like, bank shot it off of here. So, just right forward. There. Oh, man. Frustrating. But hey, at least it's done. And also, much like Dungeons in normal MMOs, you really don't need to be coming back here a whole lot after you've completed it. Well, provided that, of course, I do actually get all of the chests as I want to. Complete all of the quests similarly, which I think the only quest that's in here is getting all of the laser future items. Oh boy. Just do it right now. Why even build an arena like this that's so obvious? Oh, I am actually going to have to get to the list in the circuit list for fire, because it is completely different. It is completely different for the regular and fire. You don't get the same abilities. You have to unlock them separately. Now you do get to keep your... You do get to keep the circuits that you have. They're separate for each one of the circuit sheets that you have. It's just... It's just you do need to fill it out as well. Are you kidding? Yeah, whatever. Do what you need to, man. Because you're done. Digmo, I tell ya. It's impressive the amount of damage it can take from the front, but frustrating nonetheless. I mean, of course, the fact that one of the copper chests just suddenly appeared here should have been fairly obvious. You can't even get out of this area unless you're able to open up that chest, which is absurd. Oh god, I do remember this puzzle. Oh yes. Oh yes, I do. So yeah, from what I remember here, you don't want to get into a Sokoban position where you can't move the blocks out afterwards. So, oh, right. I do like the touch that it does flash red like that. I didn't even remember that happening. Okay, so one has to be down here. One here, one here, one here, and then one up here. Simple enough. And I think I should be able to do it now that I have not screwed up accidentally making it so that some of the blocks were unmovable. Requires some kind of unstoppable force to release them from the junction that we found them in. But that doesn't really matter because it's already been solved quite well, if I do add. I think that there is one part of this song in this dungeon that makes me continuously think that there are, like, police on a high-speed chase. Like, I'm hearing sirens outside. Unless there are actually police that have been pulling people over for, like, the last 30 minutes constantly. Not gonna say it's impossible. I'm also gonna say it's unlikely. Done and done. And a little bit of shortcut in case I need it. And God, I hope I won't. Right there, okay. Blend in with the background pretty well, but they also do shine. So as long as you're told that they're going to be in here in the first place. Yee. Again, another pretty obvious one here. So I need, what, 3 to get down in this area. And what, like 2 to get in this area. And that's why, okay. And then the last one is free space, I guess. Okay. Not what I meant to do, but that's fine, nonetheless. Good, good, good. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just going to be the plan here is to get everything out of this area. Kind of ready to go. I mean, I guess I don't actually need 2 here. I need 2 down here, then. That's fine. Now, let me think about this, because I know I'm going to screw something up. Maybe I won't. Yeah, no, this is actually totally fine now that I'm looking at it, because I can just shoot everything down here from this point. Okay, no, I was entirely wrong, as it turns out. Oh, although I do want to, would like to perhaps undo what I just did there. Nope, it's fine. And just do it like that then instead. And up, left, down. Oh wait, can I just hit it from here? Oh. Okay, well, 1 extra block, whatever. Guess I can't complain about having too many pieces of the puzzle. Too good for video games. I mean, what can I say, man? Oh god. What? Okay, fine. I see. Yeah. Not as complicated as it looked at first. Although missing it is going to cost me some time. It's fine, though. You can only do so much with this block here, so the fact that you're moving around in circles is not actually going to be as big of a deal as it might seem. Yoink. Do... Hey, oh, come on! I hit some kind of something. I don't know what it was, but I did it. I heard the noise. Okay. And then it's from here. There. Oof. Woofa doofa. What was the switch that I hit now? This, I guess. Cool. Thanks for letting me know about that. Okay, now it goes in circles until I don't feel like having it go in circles anymore. Okay, and then after it passes this little junction, go right over here and then jump on it. Okay. See, not complicated at all. I'll easily win this race at this rate. Emily has got nothing on this sort of mad puzzling skills. Yeah, we all knew that was coming. Just get out here and fight me. Fine. Go grab this first and then... Yeah. No, don't even... You're not fooling me with that game. Like, it's sort of... There you go. The idea, even. I feel insulted that you thought that I would fall for that for even a second. Gameplay... Dynamic gameplay that mocks you as you play the game. Nah, they're totally gonna fall for this. It'll be funny. I'm telling you. Look, we're developing CrossCode here. This is what I talk like now. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna keep that cough in. I deserve it. I deserve it for giving the developers of this game that voice. So, what was I doing here? Right, 4th floor. Let's go. One more huge battalion of new mechanics to see. So, ice this time respawns. Which is quite the treat now, isn't it? Well, I guess as you get further down into the area, it becomes more and more frosty. So the ice reforms. Ah, whatever. It's a video game. Even outside of the normal video game-ness, it's extra video game-like. So what are the areas? I got 2 doors over. I got 2 doors on the sides, 1 door up above. Seems pretty nice. Okay, so just shoot this, but then just shoot that and continue to... Okay, so it's not going to let me. I should get something that gives my focus up a little bit, I feel like. Taking me too long to concentrate. And come on, get out of here. Do 420 damage to you. You'll die by memes. You understand what sort of embarrassment that entails. How could you? Unthinking insectoid. Oh, come on. There. So. Also this area over here, as well as... Yeah, you can see the wall glowing. And I think that's actually for a chest. So I will let that go for right now. Check out what sort of devious puzzles are now appearing in this area. Oh, it's another one of these. Great. Fantastic. I love it. Amazing. Deadly Premonition 2 coming out soon. Well, soonish. I don't know exactly when it's going to be coming out. Oh, wait, no. The bombs. Yeah, of course. Well, Well, it's not that complicated, all things considered. It's just going to be quite the fun time journey, isn't it now? So, bombs can move these things around, obviously. I mean, bombs can pretty much interact with just about anything. It's cool. However... yeah, no, I think what I'm going to need to do... I'm going to need to be on top of this to make this whole rigmarole that I'm doing work. By doing that. By doing that, but doing it right this time. Once more, onto the breach. That'll do. Hooray! I'm the best. It is, like I said, it is impressive. Just how much, how much sort of, the... Are you kidding me? The usage that you get out of every single part of these mechanics. They're very well fleshed out, all things considered. This does not make me any less irritated at my utter failure there. Ha ha ha, yes. Well, at least there is a little bit of a, that should do it. Yeah, of course, I just didn't even need to worry about... getting that in that position, or just trying to use fire on that. Well, that's not going to be particularly helpful. In fact, why am I even bothering with that whole rigmarole when you can just jump off of it? I'm not glued to the stupid platform, after all. Oh, man. Shortcuts. I sure am glad to see them. It's like you gotta remember how these puzzles were designed. And it is not in a complex, and it is not in an outrageously complex or strange way. It's all very straightforward and simple. But since you're given so much freedom, you want to make it more complex looking than it actually is. Or just more, specific. These surprise bugs starting to irritate me. Or, you know, just more, it's like you're given so much freedom that you think it's going to be more complex than it actually is what I'm saying. Okay, well, this is pretty straightforward. Bam. Oh, damn, I am good. Get out of here. Like, why am I even breaking these things open without expecting them to just explode into bugs? Like the end of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. The movie based on the hit Donovan song. That's not true. I mean, I just saw that title and I'm like, it must be. There's like 3 people that are gonna even somewhat understand that. They're not even going to, you know, give it a slight chuckle. They're just gonna be like, I understood that reference. You will get recognition and nothing else. Into this door. They made Sunshine Superman into an actual character in DC Comics. I mean, I get it, but I'm also like, yeah, but why though? Okay, that clears out that. And I'm gonna keep opening these things up because it is part of the botanics. Again, as little much sense as that makes. But I do want to express my frustration nonetheless. Oh, so close. Should actually be able to, like, finish up with this. Oh well, the beta egg pot. And it's much like the there was the beta some kind of bush that I don't remember in the Bergen Trail that was really frustrating to find and frustrating to try to get working for me in terms of trying to get all of the data I needed. But yeah, I got that straw hat, which I'd like to say is cool. Which I'd like to say is 100% worth it. I'm surprised that it did not make me fall off there. Yeah, it did make me fall off there. It's kind of hard to tell where you're going to be going back, though, if you take a dip into the briny drink down there. Thankfully, the answer there was not too far back. Good. Look, at least the ice dungeon is the first one. Cool. Wow. Surprised that I was able to get that. Didn't expect to. Yeah, the ice dungeon is the first one, so at least it's not going to be this bad later on, unless they do like a, hey, it's all of the elements all being used in tandem with each other. And then I'm just like, no, why? Why would you do this to me? CrossCode, I love you. Why do you want to see me suffer in this way? It's a rainbow of pain. Okay. I guess I could probably go down there. Maybe? How would I get down there, though? I mean, not seeing any... Pretty sure I can't make that jump. No. Well, maybe it's from some other area. You can always check the map. It is very informative as far as the places you can go. Yeah, you can go from downwards and kind of swoosh around in there. So we got this area way up at the top, and yeah, there's the one little secret room that I didn't really want to go to. But I suppose I should probably hit the bottom first. Although I can get up to that door, I'm betting you probably need all of the keys you can possibly muster to... Okay, never mind. We're gonna go do that one later. And then dungeoneering for a time now, after all. Got 3 of these things, baby. Let me in. Yo, what up? Well, of course they're inside the eggs. Hey, at least it's the first one. You should have been listening. You should be watching the stream, even though this isn't a stream. I'm just like I assume that Sergey is probably, you know, live streaming this. Why wouldn't you be? No, for research. And also the sick donations. Man's gotta eat. Do a little bit of memory therapy, and also make sure to thank all of your recent subs. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and do that. He does spend an awful lot of time not talking to me, and you don't know what he's doing. That is actually something that I didn't mention in the previous episode, is that I went through that solo Leah, and that was... And pretty much when I got to Bergen, I got like a message from Sergey kind of talking about like, hey, Snowtown. Would you really call it a Snowtown? And I'm like, yeah, dude, what are you talking about? If Emily was there, she would have said something instead. There's a lot of dialogue you can get in this game, based on who you got in your party and everything like that. Different comments to be made. Like the first time that I saw the perfectly normal rock. This is not what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. Or no? No. No, that is not what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, the perfectly normal rock. The first time I saw that, I didn't have Emily in the party, so I had Sergey giving me a little bit of commentary about that. It's there's an impressive amount of dialogue depending on what you do. I am not going to be... I'm going to be trying to go for something along the lines of 100%. But there's There we go. There's even a limit to my madness. Good, good. And from what I remember from the second dungeon, which is about the only point in the game that I've gotten to now, it's that each one of kind of like the final parts of the dungeon consist of a kind of like large puzzle that requires a ton of keys. Which is what makes you... It's how they kind of force you to go into every single room you possibly can. Because this huge, hit all of the targets puzzle requires you to have every single part of it unlocked. Okay. Pretty straightforward. I'm also going to jump up here once again, not that it really matters at all. Gotta make sure that all of these things are lined up perfectly. And then I gotta ice these two ices. Oh, and let's just go grab this right now. And one second. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. Because I wasn't really paying attention to that before, and I probably should be. I mean, it's fairly obvious. The reason that you got this third one here is to be able to line up these other two. So probably here... So yeah. Probably what it's supposed to be is something along the lines of hit this over here. Down. Bam, I was going to say. There's where you want that to be. Then hit this upwards. So then you can similarly hit around this other one. Go upwards after that. A very basic type of puzzle. Seen it a whole ton. It's still being used pretty inventively here, if I do say so myself. Okay, so to the right, up, down. And I guess it would be down from here. And then space. And then the rightwards one. And that should do it. Like I said, this is kind of the super puzzle of the area, so that... Of course. So that as soon as I finish this, it's probably going to be boss key time. As you do. You know... Oh, okay. I see what you want to do. I see and I fail. There we go. Done. Oof. A little bit of timing required there, but not too bad at all. Oh, right, of course. What, are you having a party in here? Fine, it doesn't matter. You're all very weak. I should have done the circuits. But it's fine. So many of these things that you don't even get a clear idea of how many are in the room. If I had any of the circuits here, any of my super arts ready to go. Well, the fire-based super arts, it would probably be much easier. Okay, well now it's down to only 38, so I guess that's... Oh great, now they're getting like special abilities, like they're brain rats or something. Again, another D&D reference that nobody's going to understand. Remember Planescape Torment? Might have heard of them. Oh yeah, you can see like literally how they're kind of sitting in this mid-air and summoning pain. 19 left. That said, I'm not actually taking too much damage here, because they do spend a lot of time just kind of staring at me. It's not to say that I'm not potentially worried a little bit about getting ganged up on. Now if you continue to summon that with only one left. Okay. Obviously not nearly as bad as like the... Ooh, fancy. Not nearly as bad as something like the mini-boss Digmo, but not great either. I'm sure Emily will love that room. It's too bad you can't go into Dungeons multiplayer, eh? A strange decision for an MMO, certainly. You know what? I can just freaking peace out, right? Well, you know what? I can peace out just by doing this. But then again, I guess that would probably take Emily out of there. And even though she is an NPC and not actually a real person, I would feel bad about doing that anyway, because I'm an idiot. Back up to the first floor. No. Instead, I'm going to go into the boss fight. Bye, Nerdlinger. Ah, that's what's been on the screen the entire time. Okay, well. Cool. This guy is kind of tough, to be honest. Now, I forgot to do the... Okay, after I lose this fight, circuits. This is definitely, probably more than any other fight that I've been in so far, a place to be using the shield, if possible. Ow. That's the attack that always gets me. Oh, and you know what? This is actually a good time to be using some of... Yeah. Flamin' Hot Bun Cheetos. Do get a little bit of a heal too after each one of the... Did I hit it? I do get a little bit of a heal too after each one of the... Right in there, eh? Phases. But that's neither here nor there. Just gotta keep on top of stuff. A single bomb, of course, is... Ow. Great and everything, but not gonna get him this time. I am just god-awful at dodging that attack. I don't know why. HP regen? You know what? Sure. Also, you know, I could really go for some T2 after. Getting pinballed around, too. Good. Hey, come on. Didn't even give me a chance. Yeah, that flamethrower attack it really has absolutely nothing to do with... Come on. That flamethrower attack really has absolutely nothing to do with trying to hit you with fire. It is entirely about setting off those bombs, which are immediately homed in on you. It's pretty annoying, actually. Which is why, for some of these attacks, if you don't think you can hit each one of the bombs into the middle of the guy, instead attempt to just activate them yourself in one way or another. There, actually dodging now. You already knew, though, that this wasn't going to be any sort of 100% or no-hit run. I mean, 100% no damage run. Come on, come on. There we go. Good, good, good. And let's throw out another buff here. Why not? Healthy salad does not contain any tomatoes. What's even the point, then? I got 10 seconds. Fine. Yeah, you gotta watch out because his arms will also kind of knock you around quite a bit. Yeesh. Yeah, and that's definitely a way where now we're starting to get enough, way too many bombs for you to be able to hit into the shield. I'm listening to this right now. It sounds a lot like Kirby boss music or something. I love it. Ah. Okay, well, it didn't take too much damage, all things considered. Here we are. Again, the arms will push you around. Give me even more. Besides, I would like to say that I would very much enjoy a fruit pie, too. There we go, finally. Of course, he's going to try jumping back, but that's not a big deal. Of course you do. Oh, I'm going to take damage there. And I sure did. Not a problem. Right off the edge, eh? Also not a problem. Hit so many bombs into him at this point. Okay. I don't know any more buffs that I can throw on here while I'm thinking about it. Oh, sure. Which is good timing. The zoom in on the screen perhaps makes that a little bit rough to dodge in some ways now, doesn't it? Oh boy. Wow! That was quite the lucky dodge. I'm not gonna complain. Gotta start cheesing this thing out like none else. Why not? That's how you gotta play the game, that's how you gotta play the game. Come on, man. Well, not happy about screwing up that stage, but at least I didn't take any damage. This is going better than the first couple times I fought this guy in the OG playthrough. I'll say that. Good. Yeah, of course. I forgot. Not that it matters. I already took care of all of that anyway. Hope you're ready to meet your maker. I guess they're like the ancients or something. Not that I really... Are you kidding me? For real? I am perhaps somewhat perturbed, as you can tell from the musical way I was speaking. Just deal with you with chip damage at this rate. There. Man. Something of a nail biter, gotta say. Surprises me. Very reminiscent of Hyper Light Drifter, seeing a bunch of the same robots like that. Yeah, I did it. I don't even know if it's possible to not win, but I did. Yeah, I knew you'd love it. And considering that we need to get into that guild, do a little bit of a quest on, or do a bunch of questions on the lore of the game. Yeah. That's me, I guess. So you like the god of the... What were their names? The Quadra something? The tank class? Because I noticed what looks like a big picture frame behind you. Oh boy, there's still a lot of lore that I need to go look through for this game. Hooray, I guess. Cool. What a prize. Allowing you to respec. I mean, that's a very Metroid type of thing. Probably what they're going for. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Of course, of course. And yeah, that would be this guy then, right? Diorbis. Diorbis? Ah, whatever. And one more. An old god of electricity. Eventually made a ship out of gold and sailed to the moon. Okay. And I don't really think there's too much else to be doing here. Yeah, I think that was that guy from the first area. Even though there's like a million of those dudes. I thought I saw him in the previous town, but I'm fairly certain that was just one of many of the same guys who happen to have the same sprite. Alright, anything else? Other than that, I think it's, yeah, probably gonna go and... The second boss? Hey, it works. Do certain things. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to figure that one out myself because I don't know. While the dungeon has been completed, there is still a lot more stuff left to do in Bergen. I mean, not only because I now have the element of fire and can blast through all of these ice blocks, there is also a whole second set of quests that have opened up from each one of the factions that I had done quests for previously. But before I even get to that, there is one more part of a quest that I need to complete in here. The digging up the past. Yeah, that one laser TNT way down on the 4th floor, I believe? There was an area that only opened up to a treasure chest to get that I didn't really want to spend the time to do when I was doing the dungeon, considering that it was already like an hour and a half long. But now that we're finished with that, let's get in here and... Ah, there it is. And you might say, hey, wait, what about that one pickaxe that you couldn't pick up because we were in battle? Well, I grabbed that off screen. Yeah, I noticed that when I was doing a little bit of editing for the episode that I tried to pick it up in battle and then did not try to pick it up out of battle. So I went back there and got that. No, I'm finishing this quest right here, right now. Then I'll be back in this place later for the actual chest, but for now... That'll do. Get out of here. Get out of this mine. Oh, I'm going to be happy to be away from those bugs forever. They are annoying. Oh, yeah, I never got that line. Good. They are annoying and somewhat hard to hit and always appear in huge, huge packs. So, as long as there isn't a second quest that I need to do in there, or, well, a third one, because I also completed the Glider Guild quest while going through the dungeon. Oh, finally a level. I mean, I completed the entire dungeon without getting one. I was kind of wondering that was going to be happening anytime soon. So first off, what do I want to do? I mean, like I said, everybody that I talked to before should have another quest for me. So I guess, Hat Lady, what do you got? Not so much. I knew you were going to have something for me. Oh, it's this quest. This one is a frustrating puzzle quest. Let's just say that. But I also think I might not be able to do it right now. Sort of like how Mystique has a... It's required for the next part of Mystique's quest to get a little bit farther into the game. I think this is the same thing. Yeah, no, I know where to find it. There's a teleporter right next to it. Aside from that, what? I do need to go back to the Glider Guild, speaking of that. And I don't know if these guys are going to have anything new for me, because I did... Oh, no, they do. Because I did do quite a few quests already going through the cave, but here we are. So, what do we got? Of course, it's more trials. Oh, boy. This one will be served cold. Excellent. Really looking forward to it. Ah! Okay, fine. I guess I'm going back into the mine, then. Oh, yeah, that person. Sure. Well, at least I don't need to go back to the Cave of Aspiration, which I can appreciate for that alone. Alright, and then... What else? You apparently... Do you not have anything else? No? It said that he might need more help creating hats later, but I guess not. So over to the guild and then the police. Right. There's still some mutant goats on the loose, aren't there? Oh, hey, it's you. What up? So yeah, we're gonna tie in for multiple of the side quests that I've been doing up until this point. Excellent. Oh boy. Yeah, if you like doing the Sokoban before in the dungeon, you're gonna love doing it here. Sure. What are you giving me? Ah, some gloves. I don't even think it's necessarily better than what I'm working with, but it is a quest. Can't say it's not a quest. You just joined this guild. How do you already have that much pull? Yo. I can see why this guy wanted to be a quadriguard, judging by that chin. It's perfectly in here. Just like my hair. Frankly, I don't care. A quest is a quest. Quests is quests. Oh, also gonna have to go and get that one eventually too. Warehouse manager in the most literal way, comparatively. This really does just appear to be one. And as you can see, these things can only go up, down, left, and right. And that's going to be the entire challenge of this area now, isn't it? Emily, get out of here. This is for me to do and me alone. Alright, so what do I want to do? Oh. Yeah, you can just teleport to me too, I guess. Ah, right down there. I mean, this is not the most complicated of puzzles, certainly, but it is going to be... Come on. It's not the most complicated of puzzles, certainly, but it is going to be at least somewhat frustrating to try to complete anyway. Yeah. I also think, is this like a unique track for this area? I don't think I've heard it before. Yeah, that'll work. can just then push it over to the right. At least I don't remember hearing this one before. Oh, I guess I'm gonna probably need to... Oh, it's because I'm supposed to go out there. Oh, man. All right. No, I got it now. Don't worry. We're not going to start cutting around the episode, future me, just yet. Stop it. Get your hand off of that timeline. It's not necessary. Look, it's cool. You just got to be able to escape through the back, like nobody was there. Even heroes get scared, etc. Again, making all the references that everybody loves. There we go. I mean, I guess, you know, you'd think that it would be a little bit less complicated than this to get around here, but here we are. Yeah, that'll work. Now, is there like a four-sided one around here? There sure is. Let's go. And yeah, I think the real difficulty is going to be something along the lines of making sure that you leave yourself enough room to be able to get out of here. And that is not enough room for me to get out of here. So I'm just going to push this over to the side, get this down, get this over here. Man, oh man. Come on, Emily. You are literally not pulling your weight around here right now, let me tell you. Well, I don't know if there's going to be any way that I can get this all the way over there. At least for right now, but for the time being, I don't really need to. Because I'm just here to get that control module, or whatever they called it. And nothing else. Alright, easy enough. Because I just got to pull this up here. And then swoosh this right around here. Emily, I swear to God, I'm going to kick you from the party if you keep doing this. You keep getting in the way of me getting that cool guitar from the milk barn. Deadly Premonition 2, etc., etc. Push that down there because I also need to get the other one out from this side as well. Not that this one is particularly complicated comparatively, but that should do it. Because I do believe that the module is just right down here, pretty much. Yeah, you're the thing, right? Cool. Let's get back up there and turn that in. And of course, you just end this entire area by being able to jump on top of these boxes everywhere. Okay, fine then. Oh, you know what? I bet you're supposed to. Oh? I'll line these up so you can jump over there. How would you overthrow guilds? New lore point, then. Nah, same thing. Okay. Well, I'll be back later for that chest, I guess. Have to redo that entire thing again. There's also another area in there that I probably should check out, but I'm betting that's going to be a thing for a little bit later on. Yes, of course. don't know. I don't really have any reason to think that that's going to be sinister yet. It could just be day-to-day guild business. I mean, PvP is a thing in these games. Good enough. Yeah, they seem suspicious. I still don't... I am not going to jump to any sort of conclusions. I think that they could just be totally normal, reasonable... Oh, Royal Guard. Totally normal, reasonable guild day-to-day operations. We'll see in the future, though. So, next up, what? I want to get down to the police, and then go back in the dungeon, I guess. Oh, right, there's also the mining guys. Don't want to forget about them. But I do like this quest, so I'm doing it first. Besides, the mining place is also right next to, well, the mine. All right, let's go. It is not very difficult to find. It's the one area that you couldn't get into before. Also a golden chest around there too, not that I can do anything about that just yet. I mean, I can only open up the bronze chests for right now. And they contain some stuff. I mean, I did get one of those, Lofty Heights 4, which one was that? Here we go. I did get one of those golden triangles from that, which I am eventually going to need for the drill, but that's still a little way off, I think. Let me take a look real quick. Oh, yeah, I only got one. Well, it is most definitely a little way off then. Yo. Okay. So what do I need to do? Not a problem. I made a lot of that. Got a bunch of those. Arid lumber, though. Yeah, that's what it was. I can't quite do that just yet. It's going to be a little bit, but I think it's mostly done by now, right? No, not that. Oh, actually, like, perfectly. Or no, I guess it doesn't show you if you have more than that. Never mind, because I definitely have more than 10 Berganites. All right. Over here, and... Rising Path 4 is actually above me. Okay, never mind then. Get flipped, turned upside down, etc., and so on. Definitely, unlike last time, I'm going to be doing the quests before I do all of the chests, just because there are so many quest-related chests that I'm going to get confused otherwise. Was a little bit of a problem last time. And things are getting perhaps slightly more complicated. Only slightly, though. Oh, yes, I think this is the one where I want to go through this very questionable, at least as far as the perspective works area. At least I got that first try this time. Now I got a Frobit friend helping me out here. They're already gone. Oh, wait. I didn't need to go all the way up here. Good. Not the most impressive, but it got the point across. There are some strange fellows around here, certainly. I mean, they just look like the aged bovines, but still. 3, you say. We didn't ask for it, but we're doing it anyway. Kind of surprised that this thing is not instanced in the same way that the dungeon is. Feels like it would be something for like a one-player type of deal. Thinking that it's so highly personal, saving this goat kid or killing this goat kid. I'm really not entirely clear as to what I'm doing this time. Ooh, that thing can really take a beat. Or maybe that's one of those cases where I thought I got a break and I didn't last time. Okay, one more. And in fact, maybe I'll just hit you right into that pit instead. So a little bit further in here. Oh, great. New bomb mechanics. Didn't have enough of them before, I guess. Although, also, if it just wants to break just like that, I am not going to argue. Bomb's very powerful. Double-edged sword, though, sometimes. Right. Try to kite the bomb into the thing. The guy. There we go. Yeesh. Oh. Simple enough. This might be the ultimate ghost, but they're not that smart. You know, and despite all the fighting that I've been doing, I still do not have the, Alright, I got it. I still don't have the, I still have not experienced elemental overload just yet, is what I was going to say before I had to use all of my brain power to figure out that incredibly complex puzzle. Here we go. Nice hat. Sure. Explain it to me before you kill me, etc. Is that a thing you can do? I told you I like this quest. Of course, that's be the most annoying enemy of the entire area. That has to be the ultimate life form. I guess if you're going to choose one, why not the one that really takes the most to actually fight? They take no damage. They're not, if you don't get a break. Well, in some ways, the bombs might make it easier. Nope. Not at all. I cannot believe that I missed that twice. Oh. Just a cavalcade of hilarity, isn't it? It's fine. It's fine. He healed quite a bit after that previous fight. And this time I'm going to do better. Only slightly better, though. It's fine. I told you, double-edged sword. You knew this coming in here. Yes, yes. Now time to fight the ultimate goat life form. Looks like the ultimate life form was the ultimate failure. At least until he comes back as as he tells me that that was his plan the entire time to get killed there. And now he's a super powerful super soldier, and he's going to use Gotaboros to saturate the entire world. Again, this is a great quest. So, by the way, I'm not going to stop killing goats. Well, that was a thing. Let's get back to town, and like I said, right back into the mine. Oh, there's... No, before I do that, there are the other two quests that I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that first. Well, the other two quests. The one quest, and then there's this one thing over here, which I just marked as a quest because I decided to start using the stamps at this point in time. Yeah, that's not it's not a natural occurrence there. That is entirely because, I don't know, I thought that the mechanics in the game, I might as well start using it. I didn't know that the exclamation point was going to be quest, to be honest. I thought that was just point of interest. Well, let's see what we got, because I never explored this area last time, and I don't really know what's in here. I never really explored it because I didn't know it was here. It wasn't until I decided to go fill out the entire botanic area and to be destroying a million of these bushes that I even knew that this extra path was here. Take all of those out, and let's go. Oh no, we're doing this again, aren't we? Okay, well that's fine too. Just need to... This is gonna be annoying. Don't really lose a whole lot of health doing this. It's just awful. Let's go. Wait a sec. Yeah. It does. God. Yeah, I saw the snowman over here. I didn't think that it was going to be a big battle arena. Okay. Heaven's Seed. Well, what? Oh. Okay. I was just thinking that it's like... I mean, I should. I guess not. And just, you know... Let me take that? Are you sure you sure there's nothing else going on here? Fine, fine, fine. Does that even appear in the records? I'm a little bit disappointed, if I'm being honest. Maybe I do need to go back and talk to Jean, but for right now, let's go finish up the Cat and Dakar quest. Which I do believe all I need to do is go down to the Icy Cauldron, which is just that one area over to the west, to find whatever sort of mini-boss holds a broken item this time. And everything is already... I guess not quite sorted out. Still need to go do this again. And this time I suppose I probably don't need to kill Emily. Nor can I. Okay, fine, fine. Not gonna worry too much about it. Here we go. Any more chests around here while I'm sort of jumping around? You know, just for future reference. I can throw it on the stamps or whatever. No? Okay. Yeah, it's weird the goat one wasn't, though. Ah. Do want to make a note of that for later. Not quite a gold chest like I've been used to seeing, but... I mean, it might as well be. Even though I can't open it up right now. And also, there's a question of why would this be instanced, given that it is, this is a quest given to me by another player. Strange. Perhaps we're going to find out that the reason that Ket Dakar has all those items on there is because he was actually a... is because he was actually an NPC the entire time. Merely existing to give me quests. Perhaps this is his own way to learn and grow as an AI, which I still think that Leia is. Why not? We will find out if I am correct on that particular plot point soon enough. And by soon enough, I mean, oh boy, these episodes take forever to come out because, you know, the whole extremely... that's why. Large amount of content this game has to offer. It is a problem that you want to have with the series. Okay, thank you. I'm not going to say that I wasn't worried there for a second. Good. That's one half of the puzzle, I assume. Got to go right back here for the other half. Oh, and also a nice entrance right in there, too, eventually. It's not so much figuring out the platforming of this stuff that I'm worried about. It's trying to maneuver around on the icy platforms, which are irritating. Now then. Those dang old icy platforms. And you can really overshoot. You know, despite the fact that the jumping is automatic, you can really overshoot stuff pretty easily. Okay, I guess that's how you're supposed to do it. All right. Getting a little bit tricky here now, aren't we? Good. I'm not going to worry about it because I can just go run directly upwards. I'm not doing a no-hit run after all. I thought I said I wasn't going to play Crypt of the Necrodancer. Oh, and they get buffs too. Cool. Well, you know what they don't get is weakness or strength against fire. This thing looks like a pretty, by the way. What is up with that? Oh yeah, there's some good damage. Now I am a little bit worried about... Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Look at how bad the focus is. And how bad the everything is, really. Ah, I knew it. Okay, well that shouldn't be a problem as long as I make sure that I'm a little bit more prudent with my elemental usage. And of course I was just saying how... I was not worried about elemental usage at all prior to this. So I guess each one of the buffs do something a little bit different. Seems like the health one does health, and the blue one just makes them faster, I want to say, it seemed like. Here, how about this? There we go. Second phase. Doing just fine on the elements. Oh boy. Maybe it just buffs up one of their attacks, because they did seem to all be doing dive attacks there, but maybe that's just because of the, well... No, now they're all throwing. Okay, so I guess it just buffs up attacks a bit, compared to whatever the DJ Penguin is doing. What's up with the hill cats and now the penguins having this music theme going on here? Jump down here so I can just smack you right with that like 3 times and miss twice. Ooh, embarrassing. Not a problem though, I'll just build up my SP by literally kiting these guys around in a circle, and then we're just gonna do this. Much like the PvP fights. Kiting around enemies works very well. Now, of course. I guess the show's over. Cool. Let's get right back there right now, and then it's just back into the mine, I guess, for the last couple of the quests that I have to do here. Although I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of surprised that fighting the legendary bunny wasn't a thing. It's like you look at that, and I'm like, well, I gotta kill that watermelon-shaped weirdo right now. But nope, not how it works. Oh well. I'm sure that there's going to... Look, the fact that there are all of those snowmen around there, that means something, right? That wasn't just like, oh, we better not attack him because of the whole, you know. Better not attack him because of the whole snowman battalion around there. I've attacked worse, certainly. Yeah, I never actually talked to this person, did I? I'm thinking about that right now. I didn't even realize that you could talk to her while she was on top of the ice block. Oh no, it is a cave of aspiration type of thing. Ah. And then I'm sure there's probably 2 more quests on top of that. Well, let's get the one done right now. I don't know if that really would have mattered all that much, to be honest. Oh no, it's entirely based around the ice. You know what? Nah. Forget about this. I'm doing this post-commentary. I don't even want to. In the meantime, there is more stuff to do anyway. For example. Yes. All right, let's go. Oh, more bugs. Cool. Well, at least it's going to be better than doing ice. All right, so not quite the same as the ice-based ones that I was doing before, but that's fine. Daryl? All right. And no, nothing. What do you got going on? Now, that does not match up with the sprite at all, that portrait. That's closer. Yeah, I know. I left your quest for the last one. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like mining is something well known to be very expedient. Rock hard crawlers. And so I guess you've just been sitting around here and drinking soda? And or beer? Some sort of unholy combination of the two? Well, this one you could have probably helped out with. The other one, I don't think that being on ice, which I'm going to be honest, Emily, not quite your strong suit. Okay, I get it. This is, yeah, okay, I remember this one. This is like tower defense type of thing. Let's go. Much like real tower defense games, you want to really get enemies sort of in... Want to get enemies sort of in one area and then go in for the kill. Oh, come on now. I could probably also use the regular shot as well to good effect. How long does it take to charge up a shot like this? I tell you. That'll work. And then that'll also work. Alright, simple enough. Stay alert for whatever's inside of them. Alright. Well, I mean, whatever's causing trouble, it's fairly obvious what that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... yeah, spawn up as many of these things as possible, and then bam... bam... over and over. Not going to take out everything, but it's already taken out most of the buggins so far. Not a problem. Not a problem. I can deal with one or two of these guys hanging around here. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to get a little bit more than that, but that's... more than enough. There we go. Right, 4 enemies left. Not even going to be a big deal. Yeah, you could probably do this a little bit slower, but I don't really think that makes all that much of a difference. Wait, what? Didn't hit him? Well, that definitely did. And there you go. Flawlessly executed, if I do say so myself. What you got? Great. Cool, cool, cool. Super important, I'd like to say. Yeah. 25. Ugh. Not gonna be a problem. Yeah, so that's why the security barrier has a pretty long load time. Now, isn't that? Okay. Same thing as before. Yeah. Okay. 25 of them. Oh, come on. 25 of them around here. This is going to be perhaps somewhat irritating. Especially knowing that all the barriers got down immediately. Not a big deal, though. There are also a couple bombs up on top there that I could probably make some good use of. No, get out of the way of the bomb. At least one of the berries back up. Yeah, having things spawn up on the platform here doesn't really make all that much of a difference given how poorly everything is going. I'm dealing with it just fine, though. See? More than halfway done. No problem at all. All right, one more. I'm actually not even taking too much damage from this, all things considered. Okay, you know what? Circle around. There's only like 3 of these guys left. Yeah. Oh no. Well, go open up this again. All I need to do is go and hit them on this part right here. There. Well, not the smoothest way to do it. It worked out. Can't say it didn't. I think the last time I did this, it was also, let's just say, pretty messy. But at least I was able to complete it pretty easily. Great. Yeah, I found excretions. It's, unless that means something different in this world, I don't really think that anybody's going to be too enthused to see them. Mm-hmm. Great. Enjoy. All right. Debugged. I get it. Hey, cool. I guess, you know, going through dungeons is not the way to get experience. It's all about the quests. Like a, well, regular MMO. I mean, what am I even saying? Talked about that earlier, and it still remains true right now. So what do you want to do? Enter the new mine #1 again and prepare for combat. Let's just do it. You do get a lot of... That's fine. As long as I don't have to fight 50 of them again. I know that's probably what I'm going to have to do, but it's fine. I think that much like the Cave of Cave of Aspirations, I was not too keen on doing this particular quest. Okay, so it is like 50 again. Not too keen on doing this particular quest again, so I didn't end up doing this one. Okay, get nice and set up. Switch to the correct element. Alright, and one more. The plan is just going to be do this over and over. This is a good enough area to kind of get it done. I mean, even if they're more aggressive, they're not so much more aggressive that I'm going to... If I can stay on top of them like this. Hey, get out of here. You know, I'll take the damage. Great. No, this is actually easier than the last one now that I know what I'm doing. Thanks, game. It's like, you know, more aggressive, more like, now that I'm prepared for it, more easier. What does that even mean? I don't know. I have no excuse. Good. And in fact, let's just, you know... Okay, I knew that wasn't going to work out in quite the same way, but that'll do it. And I really just want to focus on not letting these guys get me too hard. Oh, okay, great. Just want to focus on not letting those guys get me too hard up here. If I've at least taken out the bulk of them, but as it turns out, I took out all of them. Cool. No, yeah. Ah, crap. Parrier's down, but at least they've taken a huge amount of damage. I don't really do too much damage to these guys, but I do enough. Good. Alright, well, again, okay. Little messy once again, but working out just fine. 10 left, I'm sure I can probably deal with that. Here also to be healing because it's out of battle once again. Nope. Cut that out. Round 2. Round 3. And still think that was easier than the previous time I did it. Yeah, it's not even just a second set of quests. It's like getting the third set of quests at this point in time. Great. Even if it's just for fun and profit. But not for a quest, so I don't care. I'm out of here. Repetition of the process will always be an option. Alright. And I guess I don't really need to be using that. The Straw Hat still feels like it's going to be something better. Steady Shot seems good, but I don't know. I'd rather have the items for right now. Not really hurting too hard on the combat parts of this entire thing. Oh, and I can just make this over and over from just gears made out of metal. Yep, with 2 P's. Okay. Alright, and that should cover this area. Which means go back, turn into Cat in the car, and then I'm just gonna post commentary the rest of it because, oh boy, I hate those caves. I was really dreading having to do a second one, and well, gotta do a second one. At least that's nice. A little bit of a shortcut. Yo. Ha ha ha. This is great. That's the only voice acting you're gonna get out of me. You trying to catch up to your kids in levels or something like that? Which is why you're pasting together a bunch of equipment. You know equipment doesn't work like that, right? You're not gonna be like the cool dad doing raids with your kids when you got this hodgepodge build going on. Do it all for his kids. These cats done forgot what work is. Okay, well, here's the post-commentary part of the episode, and I think that, boy, this one's going to be even extra longer than usual, so probably not going to have a lore section. Might start breaking those off into separate videos. First up, got a couple quests to finish, and I thought it was only going to be the Cave of Trials, the slippy slidey ice cave, but there were a couple of quests that I kind of neglected finishing, starting out with Henry's quest to go find the probe that he had somebody hide in the cave, which you couldn't get here until you got the element of heat anyway, but you know, I'm just gonna say, given the way he talks, it sounds like most people ignore him, don't even try to do his quests, so really, it's just, it's like role-playing or something to nearly forget to finish this, right? I mean, maybe a little bit? Well, anyway, here we go. I really do not understand. Is this guy trying to make me think that he's an NPC? Because it is canonical that players can give out quests and everything like that. But he's trying to talk like it's part of the game. I have no idea. I guess I'm just gonna have to continue doing quests and figure that out. Also, the police quest. Completely forgot to turn that in. It's just like the last one. I don't know why. I think it's just that when you get the perp apprehended or kicked off of a cliff, it just feels, it has such a sense of finality that you forget that you're actually supposed to turn it into. Oh well, not a big deal at all. I'm sure he'll never appear again. All right, here we go. Ice Cave. As much as I hate ice, and you know I hate ice, I hate that whole loss of control and just sliding off everywhere into walls, off of ledges, everything like that. It's not terrible. I think all in all, it only took me 10 minutes to finish all of the quests associated with this. And yes, since it's the second round of the cave quest, there are special conditions to beat this under. Well, one special one and one speed run, so it's no surprise that it's not just this. But yeah, like I was saying, it's not terrible. It's not too bad. When it comes to ice, I've seen worse. I think that your average Mario level taking place in some sort of Frosty Wonderland tends to be more obnoxious than this. You get checkpoints, you can't really use the shield, which is too bad because the ice is still way too slippery, but it's also like these areas I'm walking on right now could be way more narrow, and the jumps could be they could force you to make the jumps way more controlled. That doesn't mean that I didn't fail some attempts, but there's more success than failure over the course of this. Also, some nice ways you can cheese out some stuff here. Watch out when you jump off of that, though, because you might jump directly into a bullet. Yeah, not everything is icy, thankfully, so there are at least some places where you can, well, cheat. Overall, I do think it's the same sort of strategy as the previous trials. If you're going fast enough, since every single one of the bullets does not try to predict your movement, it just shoots directly at you wherever you are when it started shooting. If you move fast enough, you'll never get hit. It's just the auto jumps are a little bit tricky to get the right momentum for sometimes. Since you don't want to jump too quickly, or you'll slide right off, but you also don't want to jump too slowly, or you won't jump. This final arena is a lot nicer than the one they gave you in the previous one, at least. Not that didn't stop me from nearly failing it. I guess it's more bullets, 2 bullets shooting at once, sometimes a blessing and a curse, I guess. The fact that it doesn't just immediately fail you when you get hit by one of those bullets is it's a real help. Let's just say that. Beat the quest, Icy. What's the next one? Oh, right, you need to go back to the leader first before you can do the next set of quests. I cannot believe how many quests I've gotten out of this. This is going to end up being 6 quests just for this alone, which is, what, about as many quests as I did in the rest of the village? Yeah, don't expect me to be appearing here too often. As soon as I am done with ice, I'm done with ice. And yeah, I know I said it wasn't too bad, but still, if I can avoid messing around with it anymore, I will. Alright. I don't know if I've ever actually tried to talk with her while she's sitting on top of the ice. I always knock her off of that first. Oh, well, she shouldn't be sitting on ice anyway. You're gonna freeze your butt right off. Good thing you probably have 2 to 3 more of them, as established in the 2nd episode of the series. Oh, yes, and one of the items that you get for doing this quest are the weird skates, which seem kind of interesting. I mean, first off, they're better than whatever I'm wearing right now, so I might as well throw them on. But they also seem like they might increase the amount of dashes you have. Something like giving you... Normally, it's 3 dashes or so before you have to wait a second to refresh and get them back, but that one might add like another 3 on there. I don't know, I might want to mess around with that a little bit, since I think that dashing 6 times in a row could be interesting. I don't know. It seems unique is what I'm saying. Alright, so first off, time trial. And I left this mostly unedited because I did surprisingly good at it. I don't know, I don't want to brag too much here, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. So anyway, pretty much the exact same thing. It's just, like I said, you can avoid most of the shots if you just hurry up a lot. 2 minutes, though, is something of a tight time limit, so you can't really fall off more than once or twice. Or at least once or twice. Or maybe more than that early on. But see, that was that thing I was talking about, where you want to watch out when you're jumping off that platform if you're trying to cheese it out. Alright, well, at least that was early, like I said. Don't have to repeat too much. And this area here, at least you can get hit and get knocked back. Not that you really want to, though. Don't bring that evil into your house. Same deal here. Just walk in a circle, basically. Can't say it's ineffective. But much like the first set of trials, this one is the real test more than anything else. Which I still managed to screw up, except this time horizontally rather than vertically. But hey, done. Not too bad at all. The extra frosty challenge, though, is a little bit different. Now, when I saw extra frosty, I was thinking even less friction when you're on platforms. No, it's just more ice blocks, which can somehow make this a little bit easier. Even though, yeah, they are perhaps getting in your way when you're jumping around, the extra walls, essentially, to block bullets can be somewhat helpful. Also to prevent you from getting hit off, for example, there. It's something of a blessing and a curse. At least it's not less friction on the ice like I was thinking it might be. It also screws up a little bit of the corner cutting that I was doing in the previous one. Not that I didn't try to do that anyway. Oh well. With the power of editing, it's not like it took me too long to get back there. Editing, it's magic! Actually, this program is made by Black Magic, so... Hey, there you go. And of course, like, it worked out pretty well last time. Do still want to make sure that I at least take that out to have a clear jump right over to the next checkpoint. And this one is a little bit rougher. I mean, it was pretty much just a straight shot that if you could control Leah enough to just jump upwards over and over, that you really didn't have to worry too much about screwing up this section. But with the ice blocks in the way, it's a little bit tougher. Only marginally, though. This is one time where you really want to have unfocused shots just to get them out as fast as possible. Sure, they're going to be inaccurate, but if you can nail that ice block immediately, it's way better than trying to make sure that you have a full focus to hit things accurately. If that made any sense. Same deal. And will it happen again? No, I actually did it right this time. 1 out of 3. Alright, and that is every one of the quests in this area now. Still not talking icy. On the icy. Great. Good. Never have to do that again then. So you know what that means? Just chests. Endless chests. And hey, at least for the first time in the game now, I'm finally finishing up some areas chest-wise. Because this is the last one to get in Autumn's Rise. Even as an NPC talking about how much they want it. And to be fair, I understand that. It's a golden triangle. That thing is used for getting the Gurren Lagann weapon. And yes, I know I did this one before, but I told you that I was going to be including stuff that I had done previously. Gotta keep them nice and, you know, in order, right? Nothing here is really as good as getting the... Oh, this one took me so long to figure out. Nothing here is going to be nearly as good as getting the golden triangle, because, come on, that weapon... Getting the drill seems like pretty high priority. But still, you gotta do it anyway for completion's sake. Figuring out that you had to walk on top of those ice blocks, because I figured out where that there was the... I figured out that there was that path down there as soon as I got the probe. It's just... I couldn't figure out how to do that until I walked out of the cave, walked back in, and saw that, you know, you should go on top of the blocks. That was not a that's never been a thing in the game up until that point or past that point, as far as I know. So I'll give him this. It's clever. Oh yes, and that previous section was in the goat cave. The goat cave, which was also one of the last chests that I had to find because I didn't remember anything being in the goat cave. Oh well, easy enough to get there. Still got to do a couple of battles though. That one I unlocked during the episode, but didn't go in there. And oh yes, something that actually kind of surprised me was the fact that aside from a couple of locked chests, silver and gold locked chests that I already know the location of. Oh, and this one is in a slightly new area, which I didn't show off in the video and technically should have come in the next episode when I opened up that gate, but whoops, I did that here. But yes. So I know where all of the locations of chests are now. Because I thought that the abandoned house was going to have something in it. But I guess it doesn't? Maybe it's for a future quest? Maybe it's for something else? I don't know, it's strange. Anyway, that previous one was in the glider area, and this one is near where I got the quest. Also, this, which I missed last time. Hey, it's Bag. From Secrets of Grindia. You have no idea what Secrets of Grindia is? Done an entire series on it. It's nice to see that you get CrossCode references in that game, and you get Secrets of Grindia references in this one. Still kind of surprising to see this. I don't know. I guess the developers are good friends or something. Sure, no problem. When's Lost Ark coming out? Anyway. It's been over a year! There's another golden triangle. And I think that's actually all 3 of them that I have. So in the next episode, again, I told you I was going to put that in there. So in the next episode, gonna finally be making that. There is also another special item in Bergen called a creation gem, I believe. Which required the dropped mic and is I think is similar to this and is also in fact used for perhaps upgrading the drill eventually. So I'm gonna have to do that one too. A lot of special items around here. There was also the other special gem back in the Rookie Harbor too that was maybe of a similar sort. But hey, I'm talking to every single NPC anyway to get them in the vendor list, so I'll figure out special crafting stuff when I come up to them. Pretty easily. In the meantime, this is the area where I got the final piece of the mine-specific quest. I just didn't kill all the bugs in here. Which, of course, is all you need to do to make another chest appear. In fact, you can see exactly where that chest is going to appear because there's a little landing pad for it in the upper left corner of the screen. Not too difficult, but it is a little bit involved process to try to make sure that you can bomb everything easily. A little bit of a puzzle in itself. To the point that I thought that the thing they were talking about in the quest ending area about you have to do something to make a chest appear was talking about this. As it turns out, it wasn't. And we'll get to that in time, though. Yeah, I was trying to bomb the bug from on top of here. Didn't quite work out in the way that I wanted to. Not that it really matters. These things are not the most threatening of enemies. And for your efforts. It's not as good as the... it's not as good as the weird skates, though. Straight up. Yeah, this one was not too difficult to find. You can actually see that there are 2 entrances to the east side from the elevator room. It's just, well, ice work to get over there, which I had already done actually, which is why this is opened up right now. You really gotta maybe plan out my saves a little bit better so that I don't accidentally open up stuff before I'm supposed to. Furry cap. And this one is fairly obvious. As long as you keep a lookout for, well, points of interest. Another fairly early area in the dungeon. Same with that one. That just either requires the heat element or, as you can see right there, I had gotten that over the course of the dungeon where I got an enemy, I baited an enemy into blowing up the wall to open up that chest. Well, like 2 chests go at this point in time because I'm blowing through these things so fast. And this one. This one right here is the one that I believe that they were talking about in the sort of end area. Where what you have to do was you have to blow up each one of those rocks, spawn those bugs, and then that spawns a chest. I only figured that out by breaking every single rock I possibly could in the dungeon. And final one right here. And that's the dungeon.